Hello and welcome to Game 2. Chosen, take it away.
Yep, up here in the top left position with a 1-0 lead in this best-of-5 series, we have the yellow Terran, his Pro Marine, and his opponent down here in the middle left position playing the orange Protoss is MaFia.KiRa. This is going to be an interesting game because we have Pro Marine with possibly the advantage late game. Given the positions on the map, he's going to be above his opponent, which is a nice position to be in if you're a Terran player. Well, I mean, it's actually a nice position to be in any matchup. You want to be right above your opponent. It's kind of hard to win late game when you're underneath your opponent. But at the same time, KiRa going for the mid build, so he's going to be close to his opponent early game. So early game, KiRa is going to have the advantage. Late game is going to be the advantage for Pro Marine.
Yep. I wonder how fast he's going to scout his opponent. That play is pretty big. The faster you scout the Terran, the better when you're Protoss, when you're mid-base rushing especially.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go for the top middle base, and it's going to be, he'll probably come back, start the 2 gateways, then scout another base, and then send another probe out for the 3rd gateway, is what I would assume. And I would assume Pro Marine to just do his standard 3 barracks build and kind of try to hold off the mid build with micro once he sees it coming.
I mean, the other popular build is the 2 barracks with the academy. It's kind of one of the two, one or the other that you go for.
Yeah, pretty much 90% of the fastest players are either going to do a 3 barracks, 1 gas build, or they're going to do a 2 barracks fast academy firebat build.
And Brett, I want to ask you this question so you can kind of get to the people that don't play as much or are kind of wondering, is one better than the other, or does it require a certain kind of player to make one better than the other?
To be honest, in my opinion, I think the 3 barracks build works out better for Terran versus Zerg. And I think the 2 barracks build works out better for Terran versus Protoss because you kind of get that academy up and you have the ability to get firebats. But at the same time, if you get that fast academy and you spend the gas on things, it kind of slows down your tanks. So I think the 3 barracks build leaves you more gas to get faster tanks and a better tank pump. So I think, in summary, the 3 barracks is better if it ends up being Terran versus Zerg, and the 2 barracks is better if it ends up being Terran versus Protoss.
So there's fair. If you fear Protoss more, and you may just want to stick to the 2 barracks.
Yeah, you might want to learn. If you're having trouble stopping the mid build, you might want to switch to a 2 barracks, try it out that fast firebat strategy. But it looks like the players are going to find each other, and Pro Marine saw this coming with that SCV, so it's going to be interesting to see. He's going to try to get a bunker. Is he going to try to get a bunker with this SCV? I don't think he's going to have the time. I don't think he's going to try. He's going to go back to his base, and he's going to have to micro behind these barracks. This is going to be the battle that could decide the game.
Definitely, if KiRa's able to put some heavy damage, he is getting a bunker there. That's unlikely to see a player like Pro Marine actually putting one down.
He just wants to get something to block these Marines, and that's going to be huge. Oh, look at that target firing this one Zealot. He doesn't want to do damage to both. He wants to kill one instead of damaging both.
And KiRa knows that that Marine has great micro, and he's going to let that be. He's not going to try fighting it.
KiRa, stop it. He's just going to do cannons on both sides.
You have to.
Yeah, this is so hard for Terran to stop on 2 different fronts.
You just want them to think that there's only hitting them on the one side, and then when they finally think they're out of the clearing, they're not at all.
Yeah, Marine already getting that factory. He knows the cannons are going to be coming, and this is a nice battle for the nice micro. He's not losing a single Marine. Not losing a single Marine there. Great micro by Marine.
He did lose.
Okay. And he moves that.
Just got out just in time. He did lose 1 SCV.
Oh, Marine. He loses. He loses 2.
3.
Loses 2 Marines. That was great micro by Marine. He's Pro Marine for a reason, I guess.
Yeah, KiRa seemed to maybe misplace his micro a little bit on that. He does, but on KiRa's side note, I mean, Mafia's Marines are kind of roughed up a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like he is going to be able to get cannons in the Terran's base, and that's huge. Cannons in your Terran opponent base helps you so much when you're going for this mid-build rush. Very important to get cannons up in your opponent's base.
And we think we did see that Marine did see the cannon rush on the top right, and hasn't seen it on the top bottom. Oh, no, he has. He's seen them both for sure.
Yep, is not.
But this is what he's looking at. He's looking at his tech is actually coming in play pretty quick. So I don't think he's too threatened as much by the cannons, and he just wants to stick to this Marine build.
Yeah, I mean, KiRa is all in with this. He has no gas and no nexus, so he's all in with his Zealot cannon mass here. So if he doesn't really hurt Marine, he's probably going to be losing this game if he doesn't cause significant damage. Yes. And you might be thinking, why is Marine being an idiot? Why is he not putting any pressure on KiRa getting cannons up in his base? While Marine is probably thinking, hey, I'm going to have tanks. I feel confident I can live long enough to get tanks. So why not let my opponent waste money on cannons that I'm going to kill for free?
Or make him think that he still has this game clutched. But in reality, I'm going to flip this coin over and just start rolling him down the hill.
Yeah, he's got the 4 barracks. Oh,
he's okay. Putting that bunker in the back of his base is really important too. That helps secure his tank, and that factory is everything at this moment.
Oh, the SCV blocking, confusing the Zealots, making it hard to get in. And Kira's going to have to retreat to save his Zealots. That tank is already out. Siege mode is finished just now. So Marine needs to get this tank in position right here. He's trying to get it up here against the depot, moving the Marines, and he's going to siege it. And he's going to be safe against these cannons, and that spells bad news for Kira when he's in a bad position like this, right underneath the Terran.
Definitely. I mean, when you're Kira at this point, I don't think he's even started to attack, so I think he's quite in trouble.
Oh, can that cannon hit the tank? It
Yeah,
looks
that
like
can't
Marine is... Oh, yeah, he is worried about it, so he moves it back and repairs it. Nice micro there by Marine, making sure he doesn't lose that tank. And I'm going to be interested to see how Kira is going to adapt. It looks like he's going to stay with the 1 Nexus. Oh, no, he's adding a Nexus down here. He wants to do that so that the Terran cannot tank his Nexus. So nice little move there by Kira, planning ahead for the late game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's not an idiot. He knows better than anyone else, or just as well as anyone else, what to do. He has taken away the supply depots, and that hurts Terran early game, especially.
Yeah, that's why a lot of Terrans will put their depots over here. So great job by Marine, experienced player, knowing he's going to be up against cannons, and he wants to protect those depots and his gas. You don't want to see your gas over here and your depots over here because you know you can lose them to cannon fire.
If you're wondering why the Zealots aren't just single target firing the tanks right now at this moment, it's because there's too many tanks.
Kira does have a lot of mass, to be honest.
Well, he's waiting for this time to attack the Terran, and usually in Terran's case in this time of the game, they don't have so many Marines. They're so worried about their tech, but Marine actually has that pretty well played, so he does have a high Marine count.
To be honest, Kira is, in my opinion, probably the best macro player with Protoss. His mass is pretty incredible with Protoss. I love his timing attacks. So, but, I mean, when you got Zealots with no legs and you're going up against ranged Marines and tanks, it's just so hard for Zealots to wreak havoc. It looks like Kira staying with the 2 gas.
The battle they're engaging, and
they are going at it.
I like this hidden Zealot count from the left side of the base.
Oh, and he's going to come in behind. Look at Kira with this micro. He's going to surround. Oh, and it looks like Marine is going to lose a ton of units here. He has nowhere to go. He can't run backwards. There's Zealots there. He can't go forward.
But now those Zealots seem to be trapped after the battle. King said, you want to move your Marines back and your tanks a little bit forward here. The tanks take a little more hits than the Marines. They do a little more damage against the Zealots.
That was a beautiful move there by Kira, trying to surround the Marines like that. And if you're curious, Pro Marine playing at a 231 APM and MaFia.KiRa playing at a 190 APM. If you're wondering about the APM these guys play at, and Marine just trying to slowly clear out these tanks and add more barracks to stay broke and get his Marine pump up. And Marine is going to try to get aggressive here and not let his opponent get cannons up or any tech.
Kira's going to need those cannons to fight off those Marines. It's going to be no chance. But just putting them up, I mean, that'll just slow the Terran down. It won't kill, but it'll slow him down.
Does Marine have range? Oh, he's getting stims, so that probably means he's already got range. We do need to note these games are an SC original, so there's no Dark Templars and there's no medics. That's why usually you'll see players get range first, because stim is not nearly as effective on SC rather than Brood War.
Because of no medics, that just makes them okay. These cannons aren't gonna. Oh, I guess they will finish in time, or just doing a couple damage. Hit some Marines, but nothing spectacular.
Yeah, Marine knows that he moves in quick to take out that cannon. You do not want to let cannons keep firing on your infantry.
Now, this is when Terran players have 2 choices. Usually to run into the Protoss base or just kind of chill and take it slow. If I was Queen, I'd probably just take it slow, kind of work his opponent. He knows he's ahead a little bit.
Yeah, Marine wants to take it slow here. He has no reason to rush things. He's got a nice base position for a late game, and he has so much macro going right. Oh, getting the command center over here, a little bit far away, but it'll work out. He just wants it for the scan, mostly, probably.
Or so in case the drops coming in, replenish that CVs faster. He is actually applying a little more pressure than I thought. I mean, I'd go just to this level. I wouldn't go any further if I was Marine.
Trying to get aggressive here and just make sure that he can do. Does Kira already have Storm?
No, he does not. There's no way. I don't think that's up in time.
Yeah, it looks like he's not researching Storm yet. He has the 200 gas. He needs to get that Storm up. He needs his only lifeline in this game is going to be either a Storm drop or a lot of Storms killing the Marines off.
And Kira is building at the south of his base a little bit. We also, if you want to scroll down there, Brad, please, just a little bit to south part of Kira's base.
Oh, yeah.
Just to show that he's building a couple other gateways at random spots.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, as a just a public player playing for fun, what to do in this position as Protoss, what you usually want to do is go Mass Zealot Templar and use the Templars to storm the Marines.
When you're playing Terran, you mean?
When you're playing Protoss.
Yeah, when
you
you're
want
playing for us against Terran.
Yeah. You want to go Mass Zealot Templar and use the Templars to storm the Marines, because Marines just melt a storm, and then use the Zealots to kill the tanks. So you Templar the Marines, and then you Zealot the tanks. And that looks like what KiRa's trying to do here. You see him desperately building Zealots and Templars. He's going to be trying to go for the storm on the Marines, and then use the Zealots to kill the Templars. But it looks like his probes are going to be under fire very soon here.
He's cutting into the game real quick. Actually, he's kind of going cutthroat, going right for his minerals. I agree with this play. He probably figures his opponent doesn't have enough Zealots to take. Oh, look at the reinforcing Marines. This is definitely going to be the GG part of this game.
Yeah, we've got Marine at 160 supply, and we've got KiRa at 106 supply.
Oh, if these tanks are able to get the probes, that's going to be the game.
Yeah, it looks like there's not a whole lot KiRa can do in this situation. If he runs with Zealots, he's just going to waste them.
This is definitely going to be his final attack. I mean, final defensive attack. Yeah, he did get all his probes. That's definitely the game in this sets. Well, that's going to be on that for a game.
Yep, that is true.
Good game, guys. Both
yep,
played.
Good game. Let's take it to game 3. 2-0 for Pro Marine so far.